Hi, Shayna.
All right.
Megan. Go ahead, Callie. I'll stop talking. I'm just chipper tonight. Chip, chip, chip.
Oh, well, we like when you're chipper. Hi, guys. Welcome to Thursday Night Shift. We're excited to have you. We have a couple topics tonight we're going to try and fit into this evening. We're going to start off, first of all, though, we do like to start out with a question. This gives time for everybody to kind of get settled, maybe have a snack, run and make sure everything's charging, people join us, all of those fun things. So our question tonight is, what Bring Back My Bar are you most excited to add to your Scentsy Club? And as always, we'd love to have you drop your answers into the chat, or if you have not gotten the chance to smell the Bring Back My Bars yet, maybe which one are you most excited to smell or to get to experience? This one's hard. I think we were all talking earlier about, wow, there's just so many good ones. Our clubs are really going to grow. I'm honestly going to say Mulberry Bush because it takes me back to like 10, 11 years old when you would always go into like craft stores or little boutiques that were like homey and they just had that smell. I don't know if it was the potpourri that they used back then or what, but it smelled like Mulberry Bush to me. And so I actually found I had a bar upstairs. I'm going through all sorts of things. I have a bar that has 1 cube of Mulberry Bush and now I don't have to hoard it anymore. So very excited. Who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go. Okay, so I love this list of Bring Back My Bars. Normally I have like 2 or 3 that I like, and I am very excited about a lot of the scents on this list, but I'm going to just preface it with my favorite scent that's in my club from a previous Bring Back My Bar is Tomato Vine. Yeah, you're welcome. I voted on everybody's website so I could get that. But for this one, it's Ocean. And it's really funny because for 11 or so years, I hated that scent. I would never even use it. People were like, I love Ocean. I'm like, oh, it's so gross. And then I went to Gorsuch's house and I'm like, oh, what's that scent? And she's like, it's Ocean. I'm like, what? So, and by the time that I figured out that I liked it, it was gone. And so now I get to hoard it and add it to my club. So I'm going to go with Ocean on this round. Miss Heather?
Well, and I'm going to Ocean to the second power because yes, I love those clean, fresh scents. And so if you are a clean, fresh girl like me, I did shower this morning, so that is applicable at this point. I love the clean, fresh. Ocean is it. It is going in my club. I'll probably do a 6-pack because now that I have so many warmers, I have to change my wax just about every other day. And it takes me 3 bars to change out all of my wax in my entire house. JP?
I have so many, and I'm trying to narrow it down to one. So My Wish, I'm super duper beyond stoked about it because to me, in Scentsy history and current time, there is not a scent that I can say, oh, that smells like My Wish. Or I can't even think of one that I could say, that makes me think of My Wish. I can't think of a single one. I love this scent, so I can't wait. Like, cannot wait. I think it is just, I don't know, it gives me all the feels when I smell it, so I cannot wait. And I'm like Heather, I will probably have a 6-pack of My Wish in my club. My club is about to explode, for sure. Jilly Sue?
I'm like you guys, there's so many. And I think for me, so many of them bring me back to the beginning of my Scentsy journey. But just looking at the list, there's so many. Ocean, I mean, there's so many, but Love Story brings me back to when our body line was launched. It was originally called Layers, and Layers was one of the scents was Love Story. In fact, we had these perfume sticks, you guys remember, and it came in Love Story. Remember the perfume? I think I still have like 100 of them because I refused to give them away, but I loved Love Story. It smelled so good. And I think I still have the original packaging just because I keep stuff from Scentsy history. So, and that too is another one. And there's a bunch that don't, like JP said, like My Wish, when someone says, what smells like My Wish? Nothing. Love Story is another one that I don't remember anything that smells like it. We have some very distinct ones. So that's it for me. Jen?
So French Kiss is so good, and it's an old one, but I love that kind of not amber but musky scent, so it's really good. But it's funny, when I vote on Bring Back My Bars, I usually only save one for me, and then I try to vote on things that I know my customers are going to love. So that's where there's like a ton that I'm excited about that I know my customers are going to love, like sweet pea vanilla, like that was, and like they said, ocean and Lucky in Love. Like there's so many classics from 10 years ago when we were selling a ton of those scents that it would be like if all of a sudden now, our super popular scents were gone. So I'm really excited from a customer perspective. But as far as my club, I will add French Kiss, and I might even add Lemon Thyme Berry. I like that one too. I like that one. It's a fruity one.
Melissa, I don't know if you heard our question. It's what Bring Back My Bar are you most excited about to add to your club?
So I was guessing that was the question. I was looking for my context clues. You have to turn that. You got to turn me off. Sorry. Like Jen just said, I'm really excited for my customers. Like I have a customer who lives and dies for oodles of orange, and I can't find it for her anymore. So I'm really excited that's coming back because she will be signing up for club, hands down. So I get excited when there are bars on the list that we can run to our customer and be like, okay, well, it's a no-brainer. You have to sign up for Scentsy Club and get them hooked up. I am most excited about Rockin' Ruby Raz. That is one of my favorites. However, how many of you love a fragrance, but your family doesn't and you're not allowed to use it? Because I had that with Rockin' Ruby Raz. When Autumn was pregnant, it made her completely sick. And so I'm not allowed to use it. And it's one of my favorites. So I'm still going to buy it. In fact, it's still in my Scentsy Club from the last time it came back, but I don't get to use it. But I hoard it, but I don't get to use it. So anyhow.
I feel like I'm totally that way. I have a ton of winter candy apple, but I don't warm it as much as I should, but I had to have it back because my favorite fragrance of all time. So I have a whole pile of it. So it's fun to see also what you guys are excited to have come back. Also, some of you that haven't gone to smell a whole bunch of these yet. So we're excited to share them with you. So a couple things, and I'm glancing here at my notes, but a couple things, of course, these are only available in the Region 1 during the month of June. So I apologize to those of you that are watching that are not from Region 1, because this is kind of, I know, a bummer, right? This is the time to really lock in these fragrances and use some different terms when it comes to these bars, when it comes to Scentsy Club. So if you aren't up to date on Scentsy Club, we have done a Thursday night shift. I think we looked it up and it was in April. So you can go back and glance at that about Scentsy Club. But this is definitely the time for your customers to lock in those fragrances, add them to the club so they can get them via the Never Lose My Bar feature. As we mentioned, Melissa has multiple, Jody has Tomato Vine. We all have lots and lots of Bring Back My Bars. And so club will be the perfect thing to get them hooked on those, especially if they haven't got to smell them yet and they do fall in love with them as you're sharing them. Just because they're Bring Back My Bar and they may not have ordered them in the past doesn't mean that you can't still share them and be like, oh, well, they're only here for a month, yada, yada. No, lock them into club. This is a perfect opportunity for that. Heather, did you want me to go through all of these, or we want to chime in?
We can kind of everybody just take some. I was trying to jot down as many notes as I could, because when you think about Bring Back My Bar, you don't think about all the details that come to our brain. So if anybody thinks of any other leaders as we're doing SSDs, just jump in and say it. I am going to it is bars only. It doesn't come in room sprays. It doesn't come in scent circles. It is seriously only in the bar only. What I love to do, and I did the other day and it really worked and it got me a new customer, was I posted in social media, tag anyone that you know that one of these fragrances is their favorite. And I had my customers tagging people they knew that loved the scents, and that really helped expanded my network of who I'm going to reach out to. So I will tell you also, just to get ready for tonight's call, if you've never smelled any of these scents before, get a notebook, because your hand's going to be writing really fast tonight, because we're actually going to go through each scent, kind of tell you what our thoughts on them, how we would describe them, and what we would currently recommend. I know Scentsy has their own list, but we didn't agree with it. So we made our own list today. And so we're going to tell you what we think is best. Not that we're disagreeing with them, but I'm sorry, I think it said sugar cookie. Oh, here comes my Bring Back My Bar sampler. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. So we're going to tell you, I'm so excited it came in. Now I can really participate. And I think that's all I have. Oh, I think Jamie, you were going to talk about the feature, right? The scent of the 3, because you had that idea to post the countdown.
Something I did, just, on a whim, I posted like a couple of scents, like random. And I tried not to pick my favorite ones. Because like I said, there's like at least 7 for sure that like I absolutely love. But I went into my insiders, VIP, whatever you call your page, and I was like, let me see a show of hands. Who loves Lucky in Love? Who loves Ocean? And then I just picked like a couple of scents, right? The people started commenting, oh my gosh, yeah, da, 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 da. And so it really, I was like, oh, good for you. I know they know what's coming, right? But I still didn't give the full shebang. And it's just creating that conversation, that banter. It's getting the algorithms, it's keeping up to the top, da, 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 da. But I plan to like share a few each day, create that interaction. I was thinking the same thing, Callie, da, 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 for you. Okay, sorry. But I'm going to do that a little each day to create the interaction, excited, drop the little things so that they can be like, hey, guess what? You loved these. Here's something great to look forward to, which then in the future we'll have more talks of Scentsy Club, right? But also because I know this is something that we'll probably already be saying, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm also saying, well, good. You can still join for $20 right now and order these soon, like ASAP. Like I don't have fancy wording. It's very mediocre across the board. I don't think a lot of my words out. I just type and go. And so that's something else you can plug away. Guess what? You want this? You want to place this order? I'm really plugging that away too. $20 and you can place your own orders. So was that everything I was supposed to say, Heather?
It was really just what everybody was commenting when we were brainstorming. If you came up with it, I typed it down real fast. And
that's what I thought. I was looking at the list and I was making
sure. You're fine. I'll tell you really quickly. I'm just going down. I do my customer newsletter, which you all have access to, where you can add your own thing. It's not the link, just you can edit by adding a photo, whatever these programs are, where you add the Canva. I don't care, whatever you decide to use. It's got the Bring Back My Bars here. Yes, I know spring, something has a little lower capitalization. I'm not correcting it. So if that really irritates you, feel free not to use. It's totally fine. Listen, mine are already in the mail. It's permanent. It's happening. But they can lock these scents in for 30 days, right? It tells you a little bit about Scentsy Club. So this is available to print out so you can send it to your customers with felt samples if you want to.
And it's in the monthly movement. So if you're like, okay, where is it available for me at? It is available in the monthly movement, right? So you've already shared it there, pretty sure. Okay, so the next thing we want to show you guys really quickly is because many of you guys might not be aware, but you can put, we're going to share, as Heather mentioned, we're going to share like, okay, if you like this fragrance, then this is a Bring Back My Bar you might like, right? We're going to go through that. But one of the things, the tools that you have available to you is on your workstation, you log in, you click reporting. And once you're here on reporting, you can click this view sales report. And it will take you into this promotions and follow-up option. You can view. Now, please don't steal my customer's information because there's no way for me to hide it from you. I'm just trying to show. Okay. Here is, you have a couple things. So this would be leads. So let's say you had a customer or customers that were voting on fragrances. You could come into this Bring Back My Bar leads section and you'll be able to get the information for those that voted. So if that's something you're looking for, you can definitely check that out. This one is actually the Bring Back My Bar purchase history. So see who's ordering what. You can click view. Then when you come in here, it's going to show you that there is no data displayed. And so you actually have to go and click, I chose all customers because I want to know every single customer. And then you can go to here. And so this is actually for the promotion. It's all the Bring Back My Bars. So I'm going to check all of the Bring Back My Bars and I'm going to hit search. And then when you do that, it's going to pop up with a list of who ordered what with their address and all of that information. So I'm gonna get out of there really quick because the less time it's on the screen, the better. But you can actually go through and you can do that. The other thing that you can do is under, I believe it's purchase history, you can search for specific fragrances. So you'll be able to do, pretty sure that was, I feel like a thing of the past, wasn't it? I didn't try this one today. I might take that back.
No,
in a
I think
moment.
you're right, Kelly. I think it just takes a long time to populate. So
Everything. Or is it
yeah,
product
but
history?
it might be product history. It's
Yes,
one
that's
of
what
the
it
two,
is.
but it is available.
Okay, so you could come in here, and if we say a bar, for instance, if we said, what is one that's on here? Oh my gosh, iridescent pearl. You could come in here, you could check iridescent pearl, and you could see who ordered that, and it could be a recommendation. Or if they're checking out, this list might come in handy in regards to, you know, they're purchasing something, and you say, oh, did you know we have Bring Back My Bars this month? And you can get, one of the ones smells just like iridescent pearl. This might be one that you really, really would like, right? So there's just different ways that you can use those reports to help you promote the Bring Back My Bars. And this is the reason we show this, is because a lot of you might not have been around for many of these fragrances. A lot of them are classics for us, but maybe not for many of you. And so just different ways to go ahead and promote and use those. While I'm chatting here, one of the things that I do is, because I always order the sampler, and I know that's confusing because it's not actually a sampler, it's full-size bars, but it's so that consultants can get a sample of the fragrances. And so I have a whole bunch of Bring Back My Bars. This one is actually Tomato Vine, which I do not know how Jody loves it. Like, I smell it and it just gives me the chills, like in a bad way, not a good way. And so this does not look great. I do not have this file for you or I do not have the file that I'm going to show you. So it's just something you're going to have to create, because I have it custom with my information. So basically what I do is I take past Bring Back My Bars, and as my customer thank yous for the month before Bring Back My Bar, they get an old Bring Back My Bar. And so basically it just says, Bring Back My Bars are coming in June. Well, this specific bar won't be back. We wanted to share a blast from the past. To see what will be coming back, go to this link. You could link a QR code. You could put a picture of a QR code on here, and you could have it link to, if you put it in a Dropbox or a Google Drive, you could have an image of a graphic of all the Bring Back My Bars. You could maybe have it in your VIP page, and they have to join your VIP page to see what it is, right? But you just put the link to that image with a QR code, which we did all of those trainings in the monthly movement. They're still in the how-to files. And then they would be able to go ahead and see all the Bring Back My Bars that are coming with the scent descriptions and all of that. So that's just something that I do. And I literally just stick it in the top of the bar and crunch it down, so they're seeing that there's like something sticking out, because I want to draw attention to it. And that's what I give for customer thank yous the month before. So Heather, you were talking about your party test. You were going to talk about using party testers.
So I have a lot of old testers, and I like to find them, and then I can put them in like a little pencil bag for my parties. That way, if you don't buy the sampler, or if you have old testers, just utilize them, where you can either melt them down and make samples, or just put them in a Ziploc bag and let them have some or part or whatever of your old testers. Anybody else have any knowledge? Jen, Melissa?
I have something I wanted to kind of add that's not necessarily with that. Well, actually, I'm going to do two things. So for one, has anybody ever really tried Tomato Vine, or am I like the only one? Like, show of hands. Does anybody like it? Holly, are we? Okay, I see Samantha. I only see one screen. Here's my challenge, because when it first came out, I'm like, who at Scentsy thought this was a good idea? This is absolutely disgusting, right? But it was such an interesting fragrance. Every time I did a home party, which back then was a lot, people would comment on it. I'm like, you know what? I've really got to try it, because how am I going to give a fair, accurate description of something I've never tried? Lo and behold, it turned out I loved it. And it is such a great, I mean, I guess it depends on how old you are, but it takes me to my childhood, right? It took me back to being in the garden with my grandmother before she was super mean to me. So those were the good memories of it. So I do encourage you, sometimes, you know, those fragrances that we don't think we're going to like, we do end up liking. In any event, and I know I've talked about Tomato Vine on a lot of Thursday night shifts. I know. It is a fragrance that if you can get your hands on, it is one that is something that I use at events and at home parties to be like, just here's how amazing our product is. Smell this. And I don't tell them what it is. And they're like, oh, what is it? It's so familiar. And then when they find out what the name of it, they're like, oh my God, it's so accurate. So whether you like it or you don't, it's still a testament to how wonderful we do fragrance. So there's my pitch on Tomato Vine, and I have some on hand if anybody wants to try it. Maybe I'll spare a square. But I did see over here when Heather was talking or Callie was talking about the cost of the sampler pack being expensive, and I get it. It is a lot. If it's not budgeted for, it can be a lot. But I do want to show you kind of the breakdown of it so that maybe the value is a little bit, you can see it a little bit more clear. So it is 126 PRV US dollars. Thank you. But at 25%, that's, you can take off 31.50 right from the top. So that brings your total to, 94, I think it was. Hang on. Yeah. And then basically at that point, it makes each bar $3.78. So remember, you are earning on it. You are getting points for the incentive trip on it. And it is 100% a tax write-off. So sometimes we see those larger numbers. And I know I'm definitely one of those. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a lot. Until I break it down and I really do the math on it. I'm like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Now, I'm not saying that that's affordable for everyone, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there that sometimes, it's just about how we look at it and break it down. And remember, it is a write-off and we want as many of those as possible, you guys. So those are the two things I wanted to share. So Jen, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to add to the sample thing real quick. We were debating back and forth because we've heard things multiple ways. You can also get it, like maybe if you're a director or maybe maybe you kind of pull together with some of your team members or local consultants in the area and break into individual cubes. Remember, selling at 75%, reminding the commission and charging everybody like the cost of the product, that type of thing can make it more cost effective. The reason we went back and forth on it is because I feel like in the past I've heard rules about selling them and compliance and things like that. So just be careful. But if you're not making any income on it, I don't see why you couldn't break it into pieces and try and, I don't know if does anybody opposed to that, but get creative, share with your team, that type of thing, because
and they have to know the standard for themselves. Look up the standard if you question it. We're not responsible for that.
Also, I was going to say, how important it is if you don't have your website, which you should always have your website up and going, but you just never know when some person hears about Jet Set Go coming back and they're like, I've been looking for it, but maybe they don't have a consultant that reaches out to them anymore. And they Google and try to find their nearest consultant, which also insert, do you know that to show up on the consultant locator, you need to be at least the lead or above and active the month prior. So all that say, make sure you have your website. It's current, it's up to date. It's got a picture of your beautiful face, not the stock inventory picture so that they know it's a real person. But it's $10, guys. You want to make sure that people, whether it's by accident or on purpose, that you have a website functioning that looks like a real life person so that people can find you and place that order, because I get random people all the time and it's wonderful. And it's a great new way to contact and reach out. So you just don't want to lose out on that opportunity.
And I would say too, not even worst case scenario, but if you can't do the sample pack and you don't have testers on the first, pick your 6 favorite, grab a 6-pack, make samples up real quick and get them to your best customers, because you're still getting PRV on that. Just pick the ones that you think your customers will like. Maybe 3 you think your customers would love, 3 that you would love. Get them cut up or get them on felt and just get them on cards and get them in the mail real quick. Like you'll get them within a few days. It doesn't have to be, ultimately you want to get those out before June 1st, but if you can't, June 1st, order your 6-pack and get what you can or do what you can. Or if you've got, I don't even know, probably wouldn't even do them back then with some of these scents, but scratch and sniff stickers, I don't even think some of those maybe we might still have, but yeah, just do what you can, even if it's a 3-pack, get them, I know you can make a ton of those felt samples in there and get them on an index card or get them on a cute card that you make on Canva, print them out on Post-it paper, and then just get them in the mail to your top VIPs or the people that you think would love them, or do a VIP question and say, you can do a poll, like what scents sound the most amazing to you, and order those 6 scents and get them, make samples and get them out in the mail so people can try them. Yep, Jody, I have some that are super old.
So I was just going to say that. Oh, go ahead.
Nope.
I didn't even see who it was. I didn't mean to cut you off, whoever it was. Sorry. I was just going to say that those of you who know me, that I always try to turn everything special and into an opportunity to sponsor somebody, to sponsor more people. So I look at Bring Back My Bar as a major opportunity to inspire people to start their own business. So if I can get them to try to do a bingo party or an online party or a basket party or any kind of party, and I say, you know what, let's really work on getting these into people's hands. If I can come up with samples and I want them and I can share as much as I can, well, then I have a hostess who's going to want them in her club and is also going to have her friends that want some of these in their club. And it's a great opportunity for flipping a party, because I can say to her, now you have automatic income just because you love a scent, and your friends and family will also be part of that. So it's honestly, I feel like June is one of the best months for sponsoring, because why wouldn't you join, get even the $59 kit and get paid on your own club? So you save on it and then get paid commission on it. So it's definitely, for me, it's a huge sponsoring opportunity.
So I like, and this kind of goes to what we were saying earlier, but I love taking a look at, because we all know our good customers, what fragrances they like or what fragrance notes they like. And so I love looking at the Bring Back My Bar list and trying to see how many of those I can get to my current customers that like something else. Like I have a customer, I told you, the Oodles of Orange. But when Oodles of Orange wasn't around, knowing that she loves it, I have tried her on many other orange note fragrances to try to see if there's anything else that she likes, because all it does is pool my my fragrance offerings for her, right? So I have another customer who really likes A is for Apples. So anytime any kind of really good apple scent comes out, I want to put it under her nose to try to get her hooked on something other than A is for Apples. So same thing, Bring Back My Bar is a huge tool. And so many times consultants will say, I don't have anybody that used any of those fragrances because I'm newer and they weren't around. I wasn't a consultant when they were around, so I don't have customers that are hooked on them. And you have to shift your perspective and your perception of Bring Back My Bar. And like Jen said, you can use it as a sponsoring tool. Like the other girls have said, like there is ways to use Bring Back My Bar to either, I know my customer likes this fragrance, but I have these others I can offer to them. So if you're getting the sampler, which I just got my sampler using my host rewards on a party that I was closing for myself, I pooled orders together and I used my credit toward my sampler. So those bars are now way less, of course I'm writing off the portion that I did pay. I think I ended up paying like $50 instead of $126 or whatever, 120, whatever. But what I like to do is break those. That's 8 opportunities out of each bar that I can offer my current customers that I know they might like that fragrance. Now, there's ways to spread your Bring Back My Bar sampler out further by making your samples or making your felt samples, but I really like to pick 8 people per bar, give them a cube and say, I know you really love this, but try this instead because this bar is available right now. So using Bring Back My Bar as a tool for you is, instead of viewing it as something like, oh, I don't have customers that'll be interested in those scents that are coming back.
I wanted to say something that made me think of, I don't know which, one time when Bring Back My Bar was happening, and I realized, like, as I went down the list, how many different customers I had thought of kind of by accident. Oh yeah, I remember that such and such like this, or so-and-so like this. And so as I was going down that list, I actually went live in my insiders page and pulled out each scent and said, because we all talk about the memories that scent can bring to our minds and our thoughts and all of that. And I literally went through each scent and I was like, I remember this scent. And I would literally call that customer by name and say her name. And then there were some that I would say that I vividly remember saying, this makes me think of so-and-so. And I was like, and what's wonderful is she is now in my team, but I still think of her every time I see this scent because she has shared that this was the scent of the month, da, 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 da. And so I didn't even realize how many people I was thinking of. And it really brought a connection to me and my customers that they realized, oh, she's not just always just trying to tell us the top picks. She genuinely remembers that this scent is one of my favorites. I mean, I hear that all the time. Like, how do you remember? How do you remember? I was like, well, I know that I don't remember everyone, but it is intriguing to me to go down a list like this and be like, I remember all the people that like this, or sometimes maybe only remember one, but that was a really fun experience that I did not plan. It wasn't intentional, but it really brought a deeper connection to me and my customers, and they see the fun and the different like aspects of being that consultant, that it's not just about selling wax, it's the connections that fragrance does for all of us. So that was just something I remembered and wanted to share.
And really quick, if you are new and are wondering what in the heck we're talking about, y'all, we didn't even tell you what it was. So if you're a brand new consultant that took advantage of the $20 join this month, twice a year, the customers have a period of time on your PWS to vote their favorite fragrances back. The top 20 plus the 5 bonus bars that come back are here for a short period of time. So for example, it's coming back in June. So that's what we're preparing you for, because on June 1st, it's available to purchase for your customers. You as a consultant can purchase the Bring Back My Bar sampler. Caitlin, we're getting there. I know you are so excited. Patience, my friend, patience. We have to go through all the other nuggets first, and we're keeping you on till the longest as possible because we are just holding out on you. It's saving the best for last. Yes, girl, you just got to enjoy all the nuggets to get your business booming. Okay, on the workstation, there is a resource that you can also pull up if you want. It is titled, Bring Back My Bar Winners Are Almost Here. It's in the news tab of your workstation. You can click it and it gives you different ways to boost your sales. So this resource is available for you on your workstation. So think about that. And there is Bring Back My Bar selling tips also in the training center. Anything else, JP? I know you had a really great idea about just doing the BBMB parties only.
So I've never done it.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because I kind of forget. There's a lot of people who maybe have never been through a Bring Back My Bar promotion. I can't talk over these braces. You would think
either.
But like for anyone that may have some testers, or maybe if you don't have the whole set, it maybe could be a party style, like a Bring Back My Bar party. I swear I can talk, I promise. But maybe once you get your sampler in, you could take a cube of each and make maybe that's a challenge you could do. Like, let's see if we can do a party just out of this. I honestly have not done one. I just thought, why not try it? Like, why not throw that out there? And if you have done one, please put it in the comments. We'd love to know. But it's just a new way to try at a party, I think. So it was just an idea. I was trying to think if there was anything else, Heather.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And something I just want to show you really quick for those of you that have been around a while, our BBMBs are now ageless. I mean, how would you love to be ageless? Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of them have BBMB imprinted on them or have the date. And the new ones now have a removable sticker. So it's timeless, ageless. So if you've had a yucky, perhaps wild black cherry sitting around for a while, or the Palo Santo that you can't get rid of, just peel that little sticker off. They're not going to know when it was a BBMB. I mean, you just got a facelift immediately.
Yes, I was about to say.
What's funny is when I pointed that out earlier today, I didn't think she was going to have so much fun with it. I was looking at a pass Bring Back My Bar. I was like, wait a minute. These ones don't have, this has a sticker.
Amazing. I think that's the most genius thing they could have done.
I'm just learning that right now.
Boom, mic drop.
I'm like, wait, what? How did I miss that? That's amazing. I love it. It's ageless.
All right.
Well,
Anybody else have knowledge before we start smelling?
I'm so excited that you got yours.
I'm confused. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, Shayna.
We can.
What are you confused about?
The BBMBs no longer have an expiration date.
No, the BBMB used to have it printed on the label on the front, where it was literally part of the label design. And now they've changed it to where it's just the regular bar with a removable sticker. So you can take it off. Yeah.
She's just meaning like, instead of it Yeah, instead of it kind of like looking dated because it's been, you maybe like, they're like, oh, well, Bring Back My Bars have been a while, right? That says Bring Back My Bar whenever. They don't say that
Yeah.
anymore. They just look like everyday bars because you can remove the sticker. That was all.
Yeah, because they used to even print, it used to say BBMB 2018.
Yes, it would have the year.
Even, which made it even worse.
Yeah, because then you're like,
Yeah.
crap, I have this bar for 6 years and I'm still trying to sell it at $6. Like, right. So this is a good thing. I promise you'll love it.
All right, well, let's dive in. Let's get some comparisons going. I do this every time with my group. I get this just so that I can do a Facebook Live in our group page because it's so fun, especially for those that haven't got the chance to smell them, or if it's not in the budget, because we understand that's a thing. So we're literally going to go through each one. Now, Scentsy did, like we said, Heather said, they put a list on there, and when we pulled it, there are just some things that we do not agree with. None of us agreed with. It wasn't even just one nose was different. It was... what? And actually Around the Campfire was one of them, probably because there's nothing else that's comparable to Palo Santo, but that's not even a current fragrance. And it's, so we've come up with some things.
All right, Caitlin, you better get ready. Get your pen ready because this is going to be your top selling nuggets. We're going to describe these. We're going to say what we think about them. I might say some are a few stinky, but the first one we're going to talk about is Blue Hyacinth. So this is going to be your customers that really, really love floral scents. Make a note because if they love florals, Blue Hyacinth start a list. This is a one that you're going to be like, oh girl, you are going to love this scent, even if you think it smells like poo. It's a great floral scent.
And we compared this to lilacs and violets.
It's a strong one.
It's a strong fragrance. It says it's pure blue hyacinth. Like that's it. It's just, so if that's somebody, somebody that likes that flower, that's their favorite flower, that would be the person to call for this one.
Yep. Very strong floral.
Okay, Candy Crave.
Candy Crave, going down the list. Candy Crave.
Sweet, it's just the sweet stuff. Raspberry, sorbet, cotton candy, and fluffy marshmallow is what the description is.
Callie did not agree with me on what she thought it smelled like. They're probably not, no one's probably going to agree with me. And when I say smelled like, I don't necessarily mean they smell the same. I would say in the same family or familiar. Okay. So it's not like, oh, this smells like Candy Crave. No. Okay. I think now I'm hesitant to share my thoughts. I think Pink Sugar Berry Mint could be in the same family. It's very sweet, like cotton candy to me. That's my thoughts, and I still stick by it. I still would put Pink Sugar Berry Mint with it.
Okay, Candy Craze is a must-have club order. Just saying, putting it in there.
I think it's similar to Sugar and Pink Haze. I think it's that sweet candy, sugary person that loves sugar. So if you have those, that's what I would say it was.
Well, I
I
was just
still
trying to
also get some sort of like perfume note. Like, I don't know what it is. Yes, it is sweet, but I totally get some sort of like perfume notes. I'm not
I
sure
don't
what
get
it is.
any perfume from Candy Crave whatsoever.
Well, maybe I still have COVID nose.
Well,
Jill says sweet tarts. It smells like sweet tarts. Jill, I don't even see you. There you are.
Jody's smelling hers.
I know that's not a scent, but it definitely like, when you open a bag of sweet tarts, or not even Skittles, but like definitely
Wow.
sweet tarts have that powdery scent. That's what it reminds me of.
Well, I think it's good to give those analogies because
Yeah.
you can say those to your customers and everybody's eating a thing of sweet tarts, right?
Right.
So jot these key words down of how you can reference these as we're doing them. And we'll try to put in the chat or redo them if we're going too fast.
As you do them, I am copying, pasting them into the chat one by
You're
one.
awesome. Okay, cool.
Did you smell Candy Craze? What did you think?
Me? It's one of my favorites. It does smell like sugar though.
It smells
Yeah.
like sugar to me. Yeah, or Pink
Yeah.
Haze. Mhm.
All right. So
It's-
next we have Coffee Tree. It's a bold and sophisticated wake up to the rich aroma of freshly ground coffee beans. And all of us agreed that's exactly
What
like
it
if
smells
you want
like.
coffee.
That's
It's
it.
ground fresh. Trick a few people.
Yeah,
It's
these
it's
people that are
walking
going
into
to
Starbucks.
Starbucks every day that love coffee, y'all just have it all because I don't care for it. I'm not a
Me
coffee
neither.
drinker. Mm-mm.
So it used to
Also,
be my
the scent-
neighbor's favorite scent, I'll tell you guys. And I walked into her house once and I was like, what is that? It smells really good. And I do not like it at all smelling it, but it actually in her house, it kind of smelled like coffee, but it smelled kind of good too. So it tricked me. And sometimes when you don't know what to expect and you walk in and you smell it, something like that. So don't write it off completely. And she will definitely add it to her club.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to try it then just to see. I don't know.
That's where I put scents in my mudroom. Just, those that I want to see, I put them in the mudroom.
I don't
Jason
even have
would
a
love it.
mudroom.
Heather, it's really good. Like no other coffee scent that we've ever had compares to Coffee Tree.
I hate
It
the
is
smell of
spot on.
coffee. I'd rather someone give me a wedgie than smell coffee, drink coffee, any of it. I mean, the worst.
That's where you go with that analogy? Wedgie, coffee.
Because that would just hurt and be painful. And this is right up there for me.
This is like a comedy show that you just don't know what you're gonna
You
get.
never
Now,
know what you're gonna get.
some people are just hanging out for that.
Tough.
Okay,
Carry on.
carry on. Next is
Smoke-a-doodle.
it's a French Kiss,
Okay.
and it's sweet fig with coconut pulp, exotic cedar, and caramel. This is
It's
a
so good warming. You can't tell from the package. You have to warm it. It is so good.
And nothing smells like that. Like
Yeah.
it's very
Nothing
distinct.
else.
However,
Yes.
you will see unanimously, I don't have the nose that everyone else does. But if I were to put something in the family with French Kiss that is a current scent right now, okay, mind you, I'm going with current scents only, I would say Cloudberry Dreams.
Yep.
I'm not saying it smells just
She
like it.
said.
Not to me. Not even a little bit.
Judge me,
That's
Jen.
funny.
I see you judging me.
Not even like for my nose, not
Yeah, me
even
neither.
like, not even a little bit. That's
So,
funny. I
had
see
a
Cloudberry
comparison.
Dream is really sweet and French Kiss is more musky for me.
Just said the same family.
So you could also, and if you know, they always say just take the bar out of the package and smell this side of it, just so y'all know. That's why you'll see us doing that. It's very similar to brown sugar and fig if you've ever been a Bath and Body Works lover. So that is a great comparison. You can't post that publicly because it's an intellectual property. But when you're talking to customers, you can go, hey, have you ever tried the brown sugar and fig from Bath and Body? And they're like, oh yeah, it smells just like it, right? Say it verbally, but you can't say it on social media because you don't own the rights to talk about it.
And
all
it is-
right. Moving on. Go
What?
ahead, Jody or Jamie. What?
No, I was just saying French Kiss is very popular. Like it's
Very.
Didn't it come in? No, just kidding. Okay. Fresh cut daisies is next. This is summer blossoms, fresh cut grass, clover with daisies, buttercups, and ivy. So
Interesting.
again,
This one.
Smells just like a
I feel my
daisy.
smell it again.
it is also a very floral fragrance.
Very grassy.
I feel like I don't like daisies. I don't think I'm a
Yes,
daisy.
it does, Jill. Very good point. And you can smell like the fresh cut grass. If you've ever went and smelled when we had fresh cut grass, you can
Yeah.
smell that with the floral.
Mm,
Mm.
delightful on the ones that love strong flowers.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dandy. If you like the smell of dandelions, like that's what it reminds me of, like a dandelion.
It's very
Um,
strong.
Current fragrant suggestions if they like sun soaked petals or here comes the sunflowers or magnolia linen. This would be great for them. Moving on, honeymoon hideaway.
Oh yeah.
Heather's face, I love this.
I don't remember it smelling like this.
True
That's
blue.
my heart.
So
It's
I
true blue.
sold a ton of this scent, but I have never been a fan of it.
Interesting.
I think it smells slightly like VO. With
I definitely think it's
add deodorant.
changed, but it's definitely True Blue it's definitely the True Blue perfume.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What is
All
true?
right.
True Blue by is it Dolce & Gabbana?
Oh, you mean light blue?
Light blue, yeah.
Oh, it is not light blue. I wear light blue. This does not smell.
You smell like what? What'd you say you smell like?
It definitely has changed a little bit. I don't know what they did, but like it smells different to me. But when it first came out, it reminded me of light
But mine
blue.
also came in. It almost feels like it has a plasticky smell, clamshell smell, maybe.
Mine
Okay.
does.
Here's the description of it from Scentsy.
Okay.
It's dew-kissed lily and tart sweet kiwi, shaded by lush coconut palm.
Maybe I'm smelling the kiwi.
So that is the description.
Okay.
We would classify it as a clean or fresh fragrance similar to iridescent pearl or sand swept, even though they don't like it. Here's what I will say. This is one of my favorite fragrances because I mix it with Eskimo Kiss. So if you have any of this lying around, an Eskimo Kiss, mix those two together. It is one of my absolute favorite combinations of all time.
I keep interrupting, but I love Eskimo Kiss, so I might have to try that, Callie.
Definitely try it. If you have any laying around from fall.
Oh, I do.
Okay, next, Kahika Hula. It is Say Aloha with passion
Let that go.
fruit mango.
No, ma'am. No,
Fire.
ma'am. Forgot jet
Let
set.
that go first. We're gonna skip to the J. Sorry.
It is not on this sheet. It is not.
Because
Thank
it's
you.
a bonus.
That's a
It was on
bonus.
the-
Thank you.
Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
So the description is balmy tropical paradise, Brazilian orange, jungle papaya, and island vanilla.
Clean and fresh. We compared it to iridescent pearl and sand swept. No, I'm
No.
joking. Iridescent
No.
pearl and make a splash is what JP said.
No, I said iridescent pearl, not make a splash.
Who said make a
You
splash?
said make a flash. You
I
totally
didn't make
did.
a splash. You did, JP.
You made me go get it from over there.
Listen,
Guys,
I my
I
bar-
matched mine up, and I promise you.
Well, you know,
Interesting.
Okay.
we don't know what it smells like, but it is fruity.
It is a good one.
Fresh, and I don't know, it's good. I think it's a good balance. I wouldn't say it's too like, and of course also we could say if you have smelled these, maybe put your opinions. Like I see some of you that know
Yeah.
these fragrances very well. You can also throw yours in the comments. If we didn't say that before, we meant to say that because I think it's interesting. Like if you've thought of fragrance that you think they're comparable to, we would love to hear your opinions also, because clearly we're definitely trying. Okay, but it is a fruity, clean fragrance. Moving on. Now
Yep.
we're gonna do Kahika Hula.
Yep, it's fruity. We compared it to Oh Snapdragon and red pear and pomegranate. Not my favorite. I may have to warm it to see. I don't know about it.
Hawaii.
You did?
Um,
Chandra voted 1,000 times for Kihulu. I'm gonna have to warm it.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know if it's the passion flower for me, but it adds something that's slightly floral. Just a slight floral, but I can't say that it's like plumeria or hibiscus or anything. I just don't know. Like something for me is slightly floral. I don't know if anybody else gets that vibe, but. All righty, moving on to lemon thyme berry.
Yep.
Where is it?
Really good warming.
I
It's
love this scent.
very good warming. Yeah. It is a citrus. We compared it to Beef Fabulous and lemon sorbet. Yeah, Shannon, you're right on the nose. Jamie nailed it too. She's like, it smells just
Thank
like that.
Finally, I got something right.
Yeah, you did. It reminds me of those big, gigantic, you know, those candies that are shaped of big jelly beans and they're oversized, but they're hollow in the middle. So it's like this purple color. And then you bite into it and you'll see like the white and it's hollow, the Brock's. This is what this smells like to me. I smell that candy. It's crazy. I know, it's my nose. It's weird.
Interesting. Okay, next one is Lucky in Love.
Nope,
This
love
was-
story.
Yep, love story from Victoria's Secret.
Yep. No, this is really
Oh.
love story.
Doing a love story.
Okay, we're doing the scent love story.
But she is, it's love spelled by Victoria's. She doesn't have the bonus bars.
We love you, Callie Bear.
Alphabetical order.
I have a customer that this is the only scent that she warms. Like I've tried every suggestion and this is it. So I can't wait to get her on the club. It's definitely obviously a romance. I don't have the notes in front of me to tell you description, but
You put
my
it under floral/woods. Like it's
The notes on this one that are in the bonus section on the sheet that I'm referring to for the description is jasmine, amber, and dark chocolate.
I smell the
interesting.
jasmine big time.
So it's an aphrodisiac.
It
smell it
is
that way.
not, I don't think it's a fair description. It is very, very, it's a very pretty or elegant scent. Like I love it in my my bedroom, and I used to love it in the perfume sticks that Jill mentioned earlier. It's really quite different, and I hope I-
Annalise,
Yeah.
you're right. It is
And-
similar to shimmer.
Very similar
it?
to Quiver too.
this
Yeah, Quiver and Love Story were very close.
That's good. That's a good analogy there. And True Love. Jamie said it's close to that True Love scent.
Yeah.
Or Luna.
Yep. All right. Now,
All right, now we're gonna do
Kelly, which one's next, boo?
Lucky in Love. This one is Love Spell
Spell.
from Victoria's Secret. So if you remember that fragrance, that was like what we drenched ourselves in middle school and high school. This smells just like it. Again, don't post it on social media that way. You can talk about it, but that is intellectual property. It's mandarin, bergamot, orange with a hint of peaches and berries, but it also, I mean, we don't really have to describe it. If you've smelled Love Story from Victoria's Secret, this is it in a bar.
I could, however, say that on an Instagram story. Be like, oh, this reminds me of Love Spell.
Right.
Some Love Spell.
Yeah,
along
you
with my
can say
bar.
that it reminds me of. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right, next one's Mulberry Bush. This is fruity.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, if someone likes pink cotton, I would recommend Lucky in Love.
Yes, thank you. All right, we have 9 minutes, you guys. Mulberry Bush, fruity. This is perfectly pomegranate, is who we reference this to. If anybody else has a next Mulberry Bush that wants to say what it reminds
Well, it
them of.
doesn't. Jody's saying no, and we don't feel like it smells like perfectly pomegranate, but it was like that deep, fruity, like rich fragrance, like in a category of it. If they liked pomegranate,
I don't disagree. I just don't like either of them.
Oh,
I don't like.
It
Yeah.
reminds me more of sangria. I don't know if any of you remember
Yeah.
sangria.
I do.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly,
Look, I just
sangria.
ran back to my room. Look, I have an original tester in Mulberry Bush, and this is one of the heavy glass testers from the very beginning. Kind of a fun little fact.
love it.
Yeah, that's cool because you don't see those often at all.
And then I have Coffee Tree. I found this too. A Coffee Tree, one of the old bars,
I still have that one too, and leather.
I have grapefruit in that. Is it
and it
grapefruit
still
in that
smells
bar?
Yeah.
exactly the same.
I have winter candy apple in that.
13 years old, smells the exact same.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, next we have My Wish. It is fig, sweet violet, and marshmallow. So this one, well, the French Kiss had fig. They are very different, night and day.
Right.
One is more like a warm, cozy, like perfume type musky smell, and this is definitely more of a sweet smell. It is good. It is just.
Yeah, we compared that one to Vanilla Waves. So if you have a customer that loves Vanilla Waves, you might suggest My Wish.
Bonfire Beach does have marshmallow, but it is
Very
like
different.
not in the same realm. But smell, if you get your bars, smell Vanilla Waves and smell My Wish, and you could see how they could be
Close. Siblings, half brother, half sister, maybe. Different dads.
Okay, so now we are gonna a different dads in the world. Okay, now we're gonna move on to Ocean, which was one of the top favorites. Definitely give Ocean a try. We actually still have a tiny bit of this left in laundry. It is my husband's favorite laundry fragrance, and we are almost out, and I don't know what we're gonna do. But it is cool, refreshing, aquatic notes with lilies and ocean breeze. It is just good. I don't even like
It's
clean
good.
fragrances. I
That's
don't like.
I put Make a Splash with Ocean.
And I said Atlantic Air. It has that same weird note that to me could be very similar. And I love Atlantic Air because it lingers. It doesn't smell as strong in here, but it lingers for days. So it's a really good, clean, fresh scent.
So what's really funny is both Atlantic Air and Ocean to me have like a floral piece to
Yeah,
them.
and I don't see floral at all. I don't smell it at all.
So those two do remind me of each other. It's funny that you
Yeah.
say that.
Nicole
will
says
forever-
it's like Pier 1 Ocean. So Pier 1's fragrance Ocean.
Oh,
So
good to know.
This takes me
So-
back to Pearland, Texas, 2019.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, Oodles of Orange. Citrusy scent, pineapple, papaya, mango blossom, and rich bunches of tropical berries.
It's a fantastic orange.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
good.
just very citrus. It is a very citrus orange fragrance.
But I wouldn't compare Sunkissed citrus. I think that's a totally
No.
different kind of citrus.
It reminds me of Tang. Remember
Yeah.
Tang?
Well, I
It
did
does
too.
remind me of Tang.
Yeah, very orangey. Like it's like if you bit into an orange, that would be it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or think of like the not Jamba Juice. What was the other one that made the Orange Julius? Orange Julius's
Orange
kind of
Julius. Yeah.
with minus the vanilla cream.
Yeah.
I was skipping ahead. I apologize.
She just spelled Palo Santo. Why don't you tell us how it is?
Yeah.
Listen, I
Santo.
like Palo Santo.
You either love that one or you don't.
Wow.
Mix it with My Hero, mix it with Mystery Man. Like that is a great scent to mix with others. But we're also fans of weathered leather in this house. We mix weathered leather with
What
Amazon.
was that other really strong, heavy one like
Oh.
that?
I recommend mixing it.
This literally smells
Patchouli.
like a campfire. It is cedar bark, teak, and the ultimate dreamboat blend is what it says. And I almost get like a tobacco type,
Yes.
like smoky.
Yeah, like our Cuban tobacco one that we had.
yes. So if you
Hendrix.
have somebody that likes around the
a leather
campfire,
jacket. That's what it reminds me of.
oh yeah. The smell of New Mexico, Holly says. Sorry if anybody from Mexico, but this is just a smoky, earthy cedar fragrance. If you have people that like that type of thing,
Very earthy, very earthy. If you have people that like patchouli, they'd like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Patchouli people will love that, or sandalwood. Sandalwood, patchouli, earthy, that.
Yeah.
It's it. It's all you, boo. You have it. Rock and Ruby.
Yeah, cedar is a good comparison. Very, very earthy.
All right. This is Rock and Ruby Raz fruity, and we compared rainbow sherbet to that. So if you have customers that love that rainbow sherbet, you are going to suggest this to them.
It's
Great
good.
scent.
orange, fresh strawberry, sweet candy glaze. It is tart. I will say also, if you like mulberry bush, Jamie and I smelling these today, definitely getting a strong mulberry bush comparison as well. So from the current Bring Back My Bars, that's a recommendation. All right, next we have, I like trying to reference like everything back and forth to make sure I don't skip one again. Spring Forward. Who wants to take that one?
Well, it's not my favorite.
I'm running through some grass and I bend over to pick up a pretty flower. And then I just don't take it home with me. I just enjoy it for a minute and then throw it back and let the earth have it.
There's just nothing that wows me about this. It's not super floral. It just
Oh, yes, it is.
like, I just think it's just blah.
It's
Like-
very strong flower. If you have a floral lover,
You think it's a strong flower?
honey, it is a strong,
But
earthy.
it actually says that the scent
Grassy
is
flower.
Italian bergamot, raspberry jam, and cedarwood.
Apparently my nose is broken. I don't know what's happening. And I've never had COVID. And they have.
I
So
have COVID. Not
Yeah.
now. I did.
that keep that in your mind. I haven't.
Oh, interesting.
She's
on
missing
the
our
scent
fragrance
end.
smelling capabilities.
Y'all,
Okay,
this-
strawberry swirl.
I smell
uh,
strawberry muffin.
Okay.
This is strawberry swirl, but I smell strawberry muffins.
Oh, and
Absolutely not for me.
is that the ice cream one? Strawberry swirl?
Yes.
I don't even know what in the hell this is, but I smell strawberry muffins.
It is
Yeah,
strawberry.
right
That's
here.
That's Rob's favorite scent.
Interesting. Has he had COVID?
No, yes,
I'm the
very
second
much
type
so.
of person.
Let's see if he likes it after COVID knows.
So it says it's blissfully sweet and creamy whips together, frozen strawberry, frothy milk, and vanilla.
It's the milk. It's very
That's
milky.
raw.
I'm going to be lactose intolerant.
It's very milky. Like
So I would say on this one, we categorize this as fruity, obviously, sugared strawberry, pink sugarberry mint, but it also has that. You remember the strawberry shortcake plastic toys?
Yep.
back in the
No,
day?
it does not smell like that to me.
close.
Okay,
Don't
it
really
has that,
for me.
but okay. Moving on.
I really feel
Summer
like Netflix
Soleil.
should pick
I
us up
love
'cause we're
this
funny.
one. I love this one.
Summer Soleil is good. It's
It is
pronounced
nice.
Summer Soleil. In case you don't know, Jody would probably mispronounce this one, but
Yeah, Jody, how would you say this one?
yeah, Jody.
Summer Soleil.
Okay, good. You know, she was
Pineapple
pronouncing
coconut
Hidalgo forever Hidalgo. So we have to make sure Jody knows.
I didn't know it was like a Spanish word.
What?
Annalise, where are you?
Wait a minute. What is what is a Spanish word?
Isn't Hidalgo a Spanish
Hidalgo.
word? Or
Hidalgo. She still says it Hidalgo.
We're straying from topic. Let's stay on
Maybe
topic.
just sweet pea and vanilla. Or
Oh
sweet
no,
pea
we
and vanilla.
haven't done Summer Soleil. We didn't finish Summer Soleil.
Oh, go back to
Okay.
Summer Soleil.
Okay, pineapple, coconut milk, and vanilla marshmallow. It
I really
is
wish we
something that
get away from the milk.
summer holiday. So if you like summer holiday, this would be a similar one. Very fruity, but also mild. I would say it's a mild fragrance.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay,
Mm.
now we go to sweet pea vanilla, and
Yep.
it's
Not a
Sweet
fan.
pea,
I'm not a fan either. I don't like sweet pea vanilla at all. I never had it my whole
Raspberries.
life.
and vanilla.
I don't
Oh,
love it
Shannon
either,
wants
but I
to-
had a lot of customers that love
Oh, for sure. Jen.
Yes,
Same. I have a ton.
I agree. Might add it to my club just to have a couple in case they want it down the road that didn't pay attention during June, right?
Yes, for
Someone
sure.
asked if Summer Soleil would be similar to pineapple, coconut, vanilla.
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think so either.
Maybe the same softness, but not the same. Well, hold on. I maybe have gotten away from that. I see what you mean, and I'm saying, changing my answer to yes.
It is different, but I would say if you like pineapple, coconut, vanilla, give it a try. 'Cause
Yeah.
What is? I mean, what do you got to lose? Okay. Next, we are going to do watermelon patch mint.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
correct. And we're 1 minute over.
And this
Well-
is the one that y'all thought I was crazy town.
Hmm.
It still smells like a pure watermelon. The watermelon sour, the watermelon little kids, it's a pure watermelon.
Watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Not watermelon mint, do you think?
We're on patch.
We're
Well,
on watermelon patch.
okay, great. Well, M comes before P in the alphabet, so that's why.
Oh, we did mess that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna fix that. Rewind. Let's do watermelon mint.
Nope, you're already on.
Okay,
patch.
patch.
And it's just a classic watermelon, like literally classic ripened watermelon.
Yes. Watermelon Jolly Rancher is what I
If
think it
you do
smells like.
themed boxes or anything like that, in June, you could do a really fun themed box, get you some watermelon mint, some watermelon patch, get you some watermelon candies, like maybe even the Laffy Taffies with like the little watermelon seeds. I really like watermelon. You could do
No,
something.
but that's cute. How many of y'all put salt on your watermelon?
Negative.
Anybody? A lot of people put salt on watermelon. That's cute, right? Like, yeah.
Cinnamon. Try cinnamon on your watermelon.
And tahini.
No.
So good.
Which one? Watermelon mint?
Well, I love
No, they're
watermelon. mint.
talking about food.
Oh,
Dude.
Well, it's dinner time. Okay, watermelon mint is it actually the description says it's watermelon, fresh mint, makes a refreshing summer treat.
yeah, it's nice.
Interesting
warm
fact, when this came out, it was a scent of the month. I don't remember when. And I was so excited about it, kind of like Tomato Vine. I did my very first Facebook commercial and my kids wanted to kill me. I thought everyone needed to know. So good.
It is good.
It
It's
is
not
really
too
good.
minty, but Jamie says it's really minty. Jamie, what are you gonna say?
I
I
don't
think
smell
it's
them.
very minty. And they laughed at me when I made this comparison. No way does it smell like the scent that I'm about to say to you.
Mm.
But you know how it's got watermelon with mint, okay? Like, so it's kind of two combos there. Cocoa lime with the strong coconut with that hint of lime. I feel like they could be in the same category. I'm just saying, y'all are all gonna say I'm crazy. I'm sticking to it.
I
We're
picked
gonna
up both
contrast.
bars. She wasn't off. Like they don't smell alike in any way, shape, or form, but they have a similar like something to them.
You let us know how many people that buy cocoa lime from you buy watermelon mint, and in June we're going to run a contest.
Okay, game on.
Yeah, we're pushing it.
And we would categorize both of these last ones, cocoa lime, watermelon, tangerine, because they have watermelon in them. So if you like
The
that
only
fragrance,
reason.
then there you
Would
go.
it be similar to Welcome Summer?
Absolutely not.
No.
Summer.
No.
I don't remember what that smells like, Ty.
I just threw a whole bunch of those
Watermelon
away.
in it. That's why I was asking.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
don't.
I didn't even know that. No, I would say 100% no, my dear. I apologize about that.
White tea
white tea
cactus.
cactus. This is a clean, crisp, refreshing floral mix with green notes.
Mhm.
So if you clean with bleach, this is going to sound really weird. If you clean with bleach, use this, warm this, it'll be like a really clean day. I do not like this fragrance, but I went to Superstar Director April Newbell's house once, and we used to have this fragrance in laundry, and she would wash all of her white towels in bleach with white tea and cactus, and it was incredible. But I missed when I got home and I ordered the white tea and cactus because at the time I didn't use white sheet towels. I now do. I missed the bleach token and it didn't smell the same at all, but it's very floral, very fresh.
Also very popular. Very, very popular
Yeah,
fragrance.
white tea and cactus is a big popular
Big one.
one.
Yep.
It's fresh, clean, floral. So we
And
compared.
super strong.
It is super strong. Aloe vera and ivy is one we compared to that currently. We actually even put prickly pear and agave for that like weird note that it's got of just that clean, like a little bit of earthy-ish. And then we actually put sea salt and avocado on there too, because it is just like that weird middle of the road clean with a little earthy.
But you don't
earthiness.
really know how to pinpoint. There's something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
So this
say
if any of you have this already, if you have this at home right now, I would challenge you. I would love to see your face when we talk. I would love to see
I smell
something
this
about this.
again today. I can't.
But there's a kicker to this. So this one is wild black cherry. The description is juicy black cherry, like an old fashioned black cherry soda.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, the cherry Coke.
No, it's NyQuil, people. It's NyQuil.
It's
I was
porta
gonna
potty.
say, it smells like cherry NyQuil to me.
It is
Okay,
NyQuil.
but this is even the worst part, okay? If you pop the bar out of the clamshell, just smell the clamshell.
No.
If
didn't want
anybody
to
who
smell
had
it.
this,
Mm.
you will want to die. It smells absolutely horrible.
Heather,
Absolutely horrible.
Did you take it out of the clamshell, Heather?
Yeah, it does smell different.
Like a porta potty?
It hit me like right here.
You know, like when they first
Smell the
dropped
clamshell only, Heather.
strong.
Just the clamshell.
Mm-mm.
I'm done with wild black cherry. I'm haunted for life on that one.
Mm-mm.
It's, you know, we really didn't have anything to compare this to, but we threw in black raspberry vanilla for kicks and giggles.
Well, just because of that richness, it's got that deep richness, but it's not.
But look at, like, we're all so different. Even the comments, like, black cherry vanilla, I'm not even wanting it in my house, but there are people who love it. So it just goes to show you that everybody has different tastes and we don't all have to, like the same fragrances.
Heather Dealey said it smells like a urinal cake. I don't even know what a urinal cake is, and I don't think I want to know what that is.
Yeah, it would be right. It's just a very different fragrance, but clearly there were some of you that really wanted it back. And so for those of you that are so excited about the ones we dislike, we're really excited for you because Jody got tomato vine at one point and nobody understood that either. And it's okay. So
Scent doesn't discriminate. There's something for everyone.
That is true.
that is very valid.
How fun was that?
This was really fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
You guys are good at scent description.
It was a long day. I had to take some Excedrin twice. It's fine.
Well, and we had to come up with really some good content to talk about this for a whole hour, if you know what I mean.
You did great.
How
Heather.
much
Good.
can you really talk about Bring Back My Bar for one whole hour? And we did. Good job, girls. And I'm sure y'all all learned
But
something.
I challenge you to go live and share, be real, be authentic. If you don't have someone to say, this makes me think of so-and-so, that's okay. But like share with them because you never know when a scent that you hate, someone else is going to love. That's proof right here in this whole entire group.
And it's true. Go through and if you get the sampler, go live and share your descriptions and or get with a couple of consultants and have everybody come on and y'all can do a smell review together like we just did here, like for your customers, right? So,
And even if you didn't get the sampler, you could literally watch this back if you didn't write it all down and go through and say, I was on a training and it was so fun. And here's what some of the, veteran consultants said these smell like, and you could have fun with it like we did.
so true.
I think it is fun when we do it all together. So that was a good time.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Because it's just different opinions, different noses, and it just goes to show you it's so important why you should enroll in Scent and Warmer of the Month subscription or Scent of the Month subscription, because you're not buying that for your liking. It's a business tool. It is everybody's noses is different, and so if you don't like something, it doesn't mean your customers won't. And that could be the one scent that they're like getting club that you chose not to get just because your own nose. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll see you again next Tuesday night on our Thursday night. It's Thursday night shift. I don't even know. I'm just, whatever, what day we want to do this. Tuesday night Zoom and Thursday night shift.
And guess what? We'll be back here Thursday. Bye, guys.
After all the